It is a huge honor and pleasure to visit in such holy places around the world, like the Talmud is telling us that in the time of the destruction of our holy temple in Jerusalem, so the Creator took the sparks of the holy temple and spread them around the world. And in every place that the Creator put that spark, after a few years or a few generations, He woke up the hearts of our nation to build Batei Knesiyot uBatei Midrashot. Those are the holy synagogues that we have today. This is why all of the synagogues, they've been called Beit Mikdash Me'at, small part of our holy temple. And when we're coming to those places, to the holy places, we must open our hearts, open our hands, and then we'll have the merit to feel and to experience a little bit of that great taste of the holy temple that will be soon rebuilt. Amen. I want to thank the Rabbi and all the holy people that putting their heart into organizing those wonderful events and pulling the light of faith, light of Torah, into the hearts of the people. That is the holy desire and the purpose of the Creator in creating the world. The will of the Creator is to reveal His kindness to all of His creations, with no dividings, with no differences, just to reveal His unconditional love to everyone, that every person in the world will know that he is an only child of the Creator, that the Creator is looking at him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, always thinking about you, always caring about you, always organizing and fixing and supervising that only the best things in the world will come to your plate, into your life. And many of us are asking, so how can it be that I've been hurt so many times, that so many people are suffering, that we saw and felt so much pain and sorrow along the years? The answer is simple. If a person will be honest enough to look deep inside, he will understand that the difficulties that he went through in life brought him to a very honest place, to a very humble place, a place that from it he can grow and he can respect others and he can appreciate what that he is receiving in life, and to feel the closeness of the Creator and the loving kindness of our loving Father. Those humiliations, those difficulties, those hard hours that we're all going through in life are humbling us, preparing our hearts and our minds to have complete faith, to have the power to grab the Creator somehow, to understand the Creator somehow, to feel His presence somehow. Because only when a person is humble, then he can feel the presence of the Creator. Because it's written, and we can feel it in our lives, that when a person is losing his humility and he starts thinking about himself in a selfish way, immediately he loses his connection to faith. He becomes arrogant and he forgets about the purpose, and he just wants to achieve more and to get more and to enjoy more and to have more of that and more of that. And one mistake lead him to the next, and a person can fall and fall and fall. And even then, after a few years of deep sleep, the Creator, He comes again and tries again to wake us up. And He never surrenders. He never gives up on us, on His children. Many of us also fall into that mistake to think, no, I'm not worthy, I'm not deserved, look at me, how many sins, how far I am from purity, from understanding the Bible, the Torah, the laws, how far I am from understanding the way I should walk in, how far I am from prayer, from purity, how far I am from real wisdom. I don't know the halachot, the rules of the Torah. I don't know the customs, the minhagim. I don't remember the dates, the Jewish calendar. I don't understand the language. I can't read Hebrew. I don't know how to hold a siddur. I don't have a clue. And he will look at himself and going to feel so far from the Creator. But it's a mistake. Every person needs to tell himself, like we're saying in the holy day of Pesach, that every one of us must feel like that the Creator took him, took you, took me out of Egypt. When the Creator took us out of Egypt, in the days of our success, when we were so holy, when we were so pure, in Egypt we were slaves. In Egypt we were low, we were broken, we were sad, we were depressed, we were abused, we suffered. We were far from faith, far from happiness, far from success. And it's written in the Gemara, in the Talmud, that if the Creator would wait one more hour before redeeming us from Egypt, one more hour, and we would all drown over there in Egypt. Means that the hour before of the redemption was the hardest hour ever. Before of dawn, it's the darkest hours of the night. But then comes the dawn. So it's true, we feel so far. We feel so weak, so broken, so cracked, so sad, so confused, so lost. But it's only because that the clock is keep on ticking. And soon the sun is rising and we can see the light of redemption already. Because every one of us, if he's going to look at himself, he's going to see how much I developed in the last few years. I'm not the same person that I was. I have a close friend, a holy friend, a good friend, a person that is serving the Creator for years. And he told me, what that I achieved in the last 6 months, I haven't achieved in all of the years of my life that I was serving Hashem. When the Creator decides to reveal His kindness, to reveal His love, to smile to us, what that you can achieve in a day, another person will not achieve in 70 years. Even yourself couldn't achieve in 70 years. Moshe Rabbeinu, the holy prophet and main leader of our nation, he served the Creator for 80 years before the Creator revealed Himself to him in the desert of Sinai, on Mount Sinai, with the prophecy in front of the burning bush. 80 years of his life. And then, after 80 years of his life, praying and suffering and crying and calling the Creator and learning the wisdom of the Creator and sacrificing himself for that cause. the Creator took him to that high level of purification, that he will have that vessel to receive the Torah, to be that holy messenger of our nation, and to redeem us, to take us out of Egypt, to be beyond nature. And then Moshe is going and taking us out and fighting for us, and we're just slaves. We're just broken people, sad and depressed, wounded and scarred. And in few days, Moshe Rabbeinu is taking us and bringing us out from 49 gates of contamination to 49 levels of purity. Moshe Rabbeinu got the power to give us what that he received. He worked on that level for 80 years of his life. And then in few days, he's handing us that pure gift, that we will have the power to receive the Holy Torah, the wisdom of the Creator, to hear the Creator, to see the face of our Father. So even today, we need to have that faith in ourselves, that the fact that we feel so low and so broken and so far, that's not an evidence. That's not a proof. The evil inclination is telling us always, look at yourself, how weak you are, how low you are. You don't have no powers. Who are you that the Creator is going to accept your prayers? Look how many times you sinned. You upset the Creator. You disappointed Father in heaven. You're a disgrace. You're low. You're a liar. Whatever. He's a liar. And this is why he's lying to you. Because that's his job, to test us. But we always must stand tall and strong and to say, the love of the Creator to his creations is an unconditional love. I'm not claiming to be righteous, but the Creator, he loves me. I'm not saying that I'm holy, but I know that the one that is purifying me is Father in heaven, and my purity depends in him. I cannot purify myself, yes, I know. But it doesn't mean that the Creator will not gonna purify me. Because when the time will come, and the Creator will decide to reveal his loving kindness on us, we all gonna wake up, and there will be no one left behind. No one left behind. Like that the prophets are saying, like that the verses are saying, Shelo yidach mimeno nidach, that will be no one left behind. No one. That's the reason why the redemption is taking so long. Because to prepare such an awesome, fantastic, beautiful redemption, to reveal the kindness of the Creator on all of his creations, that there will be no one left behind, no person that will not complete his faith, complete his heart, to have a wishing heart, a happy heart, a healthy heart, a desiring heart, a flaming heart to the Creator, with pure intentions, with holy will. That is something that requires long, long, long preparation. והנה לא ינום ולא יישן שומר ישראל. And the Creator, watching over us day and night, always thinking thoughts on how to prepare our hearts, to humble us, to build us to that wonderful day of redemption. And like we said, in those hard hours, the confusions are getting stronger, and the despair is trying to take over, and the sadness and the anger. trying to overpower on our logic, on all of the wonders that we saw, on the holy memory of all of the miracles that we witnessed and we felt until today. How many times we saw the hand of the private personal supervision on our lives? How many times we needed money and we received it? How many times we wanted to meet some friend and he just ran into us in the grocery store? How many times we wish to know something and suddenly in the television the person is talking about that? Wow, straight from heaven. How many times we witnessed that supervision, that loving kindness of the Creator? But the powers of darkness don't want us to succeed, don't want us to remember. This is why they're working so hard to make us forget. And how can it be if last month I saw such amazing miracles that this month I'm going to be so scared again? So the person immediately says to himself, oh, I fell from my level. I'm not holding in that wonderful level that I was holding last month, last year. You were not holding no level last month, last year. Just that last month, the Creator decided to shine on you, to illuminate, to open your eyes, to let you see, to let you feel His supervision on you. This is why you saw, not because of your level. You are not holding no level because we're under all of the levels. We reached rock bottom. We all know that. But the loving kindness of the Creator never stops. And He can shine on us to the lowest places of them all. The Creator is teaching us that during the holy days, during the days of Hanukkah, during the days of Pesach, during the days of Sukkot, that we're going to remember the miracles and the wonders and the holy hand of supervision that was protecting us in the desert and is still protecting us in the desert of our life and saving us from the darkness in the days of the destruction and protecting us in our private destruction of the exile of today. And the merciful Father, the loving Father, He is with us today exactly like that He was with our ancestors in the earliest days. Just that today, it's maybe harder to see Him because of the darkness. But if a person will focus, he will understand. Even through nature you can see that in the darkness, a small match, one candle is so useful, much, much more than in the brightest day. So those tiny miracles are like the stars that are lighting for us and shining for us the path that we should walk in the darkest hours of them all. The small points of success, those sparks of faith and confidence, when we see, when we experience the loving kindness of the Creator, we can use those sparks to illuminate our lives, and not our lives alone, also the life of all of our friends, all of the circles that are surrounding us can enjoy from the light of the miracles that we're experiencing in our own lives. Because if you're gonna hold the level of peace, the simple midah of shalom, and you will love the creations, and you will respect people, and you will smile to every person, you will shine to him. You will hand the knowledge and the wisdom that you receive from the Creator, that is shining inside of your heart, illuminating words will come out from your heart and will enter to the heart of your friend. And we should be friends with everyone. And we should love every creation. Like our Father in heaven, that it's written on him, V'rachamav al kol ma'asav, that his mercy is on all of his creations. Even in that horrible time, that the Egyptians, warriors, are chasing the innocent people of Israel into the Red Sea, trying to kill them for no reason. And the waves of the Red Sea are drowning the Egyptians into the depths of the sea. The angels, they wanted to praise the Creator and to praise him on the fact that he saved his children and revenge. And the Creator is stopping them from praising him. And he's telling the angels, now you want to sing to me while my creations are drowning in the sea? Look at that loving kindness of a Creator to his creations. He is looking on those Egyptians that wanted to murder us with no reason as lost souls that lost the path. They just want to damage. They just want to kill us. Yes, because they lost the path. Because they lost the way. This is why for them it's hard to recognize the light in the darkness. To see the difference between good to bad. And when we're checking ourselves, we see that also for us it's hard. Also for us it's not simple sometimes to know the difference between good to bad, between life to death, between potions to poison. But when the Creator is revealing his kindness on us, and he gives Enei Hashem LaTzadikim, the eyes of the Creator to the righteous ones, so then they can see, they can vision, they can see amazing things that no other eye in the world can see except of us. When the Creator decides. Only one thing happened with the holy nation between the moment that they were in darkness to the moment of redemption. That one thing that happened was that they were calling the Creator. That when we start praying and calling the Creator, we were not holding no Siddur, no book of Tehillim, we were not reading from the Torah, we were not reading from the prophets, we were not reading from no book, no scroll. We were calling from the heart. And those simple prayers opened the gates of heaven, and our prayers were answered. Because the Creator is close to everyone that calls him with truth. And when you hold the Siddur book, holy book, the book of Tehillim that been written by King David, holy, fantastic, awesome book. Every verse is a diamond. Every letter is a pearl. Holy, pure, great, wonderful. You can read it without an intention. You can read it without an heart. Sometimes because you cannot understand the words. Sometimes because your thoughts are so distracted and you're so lost and confused. But when you talk from the heart, when you open your mouth and you start telling the Creator your real thoughts, when you're calling him with truth, for sure that your prayers will be answered. And that is the test. And this is exactly what that the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, is trying to hold us back from. To push us to despair that we will not gonna pray, that we will not understand the loving kindness of the Creator, how much we are important to Him, how much He cares about us, how much He wants to help us, how much we are important to Him, how much our prayer is effective and powerful. This is exactly what the sadness is causing in our life, that we will lose hope, that we will lose the faith in ourselves, that people will forget how important they are, how great they are, how wonderful they are, how unique they are, how beautiful they are, how talented and gifted they are. That we will not respect ourselves. And as a result from that, we're not going to respect others. When you see your own beauty, you can see the beauty in others. But when you hate yourself and blaming yourself and complaining and slaughtering yourself alive, you cannot stand others. You cannot live in no company. You cannot see the good in the faces and in the eyes of people. But when you judge yourself favorably, when you look inside and you find that little kid inside of you, that innocent creation that you are, that holy soul, divine soul, part of heaven, only good that you have inside of yourself, that you always want everyone to be happy, that you want just that people will live their life in peace, that you also just want to be happy and to live your life in peace and harmony. When you see that point inside of yourself and you open your eyes and you see your friends, you see the same picture. ואהבת לרעך כמוך. You love your friends exactly like that you love yourself. So if you hate yourself, you hate the world. If you blame yourself, you blame everyone else. If you're sad and depressed, the world is dark for you. But when we are focusing in the light that we have inside, the light of truth, who you really are, not what are your weaknesses, not where you failed. Yes, you failed, so what? Do you know someone that haven't failed? Do you know one person that haven't failed? Rabbi Nachman of Breslev, that his students said on him that he never sinned. When he lost his child, he said to the Creator, you are righteous in everything you did to me. You made the right thing. You revealed the truth. But I was sinning. I was criming. I committed crime. We don't know what Rabbi Nachman of Breslev is talking about at all. We don't know. We never saw him sinning. It doesn't written that he sinned, but he made tshuva. When he saw that something bad happened to him, immediately he did tshuva. He said, for sure, something wrong I did. He accepted on himself the supervision of the Creator. Did he went to the grocery store, to the 7-Eleven, and bought a bottle of vodka and drowned his sorrow and went to sleep? No. He just started to serve the Creator again. And if he, after lost his child, could stand up back on his feet and serving the Creator, so we should do the same. He was so righteous, he was so pure, he haven't sinned, he was praying always, and he justified the Creator on what that he went through, and he decided to restart his life and to continue and to do tshuva and to come back to the Creator. And we have that power in our hands today to start again, to reborn, to reset our minds and to decide, I'm not giving up no matter what. I am a good person. I'm a positive person. I want to live. I want other people to live. And I'm going to do whatever that I'm able to do. And I'm not going to stop no matter what. And even when I'm going to lie on my deathbed, I will desire good. And I will want good. Until the last moment of my life, I will be who that I am. If I'm finding myself as a positive person, as a good person, as a kind person, that wants to achieve good things, that want to make other people happy, so why that I'm going to stop? If that's who that you are, if you're a good person, if you want to help, so why that you're going to stop? Don't ever stop, because we need you. Because we need your light. Because we need your wisdom. Because we want to hear your song. We want to hear your music. We want to see your dance. We want you to uncover yourself, to reveal your powers, and to be generous with us, to open your heart, to give us a hand, that we all going to join together. Ish et re'ehu ya'azoru. One will help his friend. Ve'lachiv yomar chazak. And going to strengthen each other, love each other, support each other, help each other. We were visiting today in your holy Jewish school. I was amazed. I never saw something so beautiful in my life like your amazing Jewish school. I was standing in the middle of that fantastic library that you have, close to the dining room, and I was crying to see those holy souls benching together. Yes, boys and girls together, happy, and serving the Creator. I was proud of you. I was happy for you. I was jealous. To my wife I said, only one thing I feel, jealous. Those were my words. And the rabbi told me, you know, for the benefit of those souls, of the children, we're throwing away all of our arguments. We leave them outside the door of the school. All of our opinions and all of the contradictions, we're leaving them outside. And when we're entering to that school, we're there for the children. We need to spend our lives like that. Put all of your opinions somewhere behind and go and help your brothers and sisters. Go and do something good. Ask yourself, what can I do today for my nation? What can I do today for my company, for my community, for my town, for my city, for my nation, for the Creator, for the animals, for the trees, for the flowers, for myself? How I'm going to help myself today? Every day we can do so much good. But when we feel so lost, who am I? What can I contribute? What can I do? You know how much you can do? You can smile. We can start with that. I'll come once a month. I'll give you smiling classes. Oh, you're improving. Thank God. You see? It's already working. We have so much to shine. So much to give. פתח פיך ויאירו דבריך המאירים. Open your mouth, and those illuminating words will shine, will illuminate the world. נפשי יצאה בדברו. Your spirit will be revealed when you will talk. When you're afraid to talk, no one can hear you. When you don't have that confidence in yourself that you're important, that your opinion is important, no one will hear you. And you know what you're doing by sitting and being afraid to express yourself? You're blocking the light of the Creator from His creations. Because the world needs your opinion. Because the Creator created you for a reason. For a good reason. And He gave you something. His fingerprint is in your face, is in your wisdom. You are unique. You have a certain shade, a certain color that no one else in the world have. No one else received what that you received from the Creator. No one else in the world was so blessed like that you've been blessed. You're unique. Think to yourself that now the animal is going to start arguing who is more important. Who is more important in the forest, in the jungle? The zebra or the giraffe or the elephant or the tiger or the lion or the butterfly or the bird? Who is more important? Can you say? There is a king to the animals. Great, that's the lion. So it means that the lions are more important than the giraffes, the crocodiles. Do we know how useful the giraffe is to the world? Do we know what the real spiritual power of the cow, of the goat, of the deer, of the lamb? Do we know? We don't know anything. So do you know who you are to judge yourself and to say, I'm not important? Do you know how powerful you are when you're benching? When you're saying thank you? When you smile? Do you know how many souls you saved until today? Are you sure that you never saw Eliyahu Navi, Eliyahu the prophet? Do you know that for a fact? Do you know? Do you remember all of your dreams to know for sure that you never saw no prophecy? That God never revealed Himself to you in a dream? Do you remember all of your dreams? Do you know the effect of your charity? That the verses are saying that when a person is giving charity, so tzedakah tatzil mimavet, charity will save from death. So every time that you gave charity, you saved someone from death. So small amounts of charity will save cats and dogs. Yes, from being run by a truck. Yes, squirrels and porcupines. Yes, big amounts of charity will save people's life. Isn't it worthy to give a dime every day? Another dime, maybe 5 dimes every day, maybe 10, maybe 20. So easy, I'm saving squirrels. What's the problem? Why not to save the dolphins, save the squirrels? What's the problem? Charity is saving from death. You don't believe the Bible? You don't believe the Torah? The Torah is saying, tzedakah tatzil mimavet. 10 pennies, a dime. Okay. What's that tiny Liberty coin? Okay. If I'll put it in the charity box, it will be charity? Yes. So it will save from death? Yes. Even a small tiny butterfly, you don't want to save him out of that swimming pool, that he will find his way out? Isn't it worthy to put that coin in the charity box to take out that butterfly out of the swimming pool? It is. It's worth it. So do it. And now, after you did it, believe in yourself. Be happy. How happy you will be if you save the deer, if you save the porcupine, if you saved an animal, if you saved a human being, you know? Do you know how much you need to put in the charity box to save a person? Maybe $10 is enough. Maybe someone in India today will be saved because of you. And you don't know. You don't have no relatives in India. Someone said that only your relatives? No one said. You don't know. So you don't know who you are, and you don't know what you're doing, and you don't know how powerful you are. And the problem is that you don't believe the verses, that you don't believe the Bible, that you don't believe the righteous people that are telling you, you are unique, you are great, you're special, you're divine. You're a child of the Creator. There is no one like you in the world. And your Creator is praising you. He is proud of you. He sees you as a holy angel. And He's asking all of the time only one question: when my son, my daughter will come back. What it means to come back? To believe in Him. That what? That He is good. And if He is good and He created the world, so the world is good. And to work on our hope, and to pray, and to aim all of our words straight to heaven, and to tell our loving Father, please redeem us. Please reveal your loving kindness on us. Believe in the power of your prayers. Believe in the power that God gave you, that He planted inside of you, that He gave you the power of speech, the power to feel, the power to love, to care, to see, to hear, to smell, to taste. Use those powers. Become those holy creations that God made you to be. Use the gifts. Use the tools that you received from the Creator. He taught one of us to write, one of us to rhyme, one of us to sing, one of us to run and to play basketball. You think that it's a happy thing? Maybe if you will play basketball one day, in the middle of the day, when you will play with your friends, some broken person will come and will sit on the bench, and he will be so sad and depressed. And Lord, only because of that, only because of the fact that you were there with your shorts, wet from sweat, in the middle of the Alabama summer, you will have the power to sit with Him and to talk to Him about His problems in His house, on His poverty, on His craziness, on His weaknesses, on His despair. And maybe you will be the person to give Him the right advice, to offer Him to read a certain book, to connect himself to a certain channel that will revive him, will give him life, will save his life. Maybe those 5 minutes of conversation, we can also call them charity. It's written on Avraham Avinu, "Vayamen be'Hashem," that he believed in the Creator, "Vechashveh lo litzdaka," and it been counted to him as charity. When you believe in the Creator, it's like charity for the Creator. When the Creator looks at you, He sees you as a person that gave charity. When you just believed in Him, you believed that you're supposed to keep Shabbat, you believed that you're supposed to eat kosher. No one said you did. You just believed that you're supposed to. And for the Creator, it's enough to call it charity. And charity, tatzil mimavet, will save from death. Just by believing in the Bible, just by believing in the Creator, just by believing yourself that you're unique, that you're special, that you are good, and you're saving lives. How are you going to save life? Because when you happy to be who that you are, you're going to smile to people that you're going to meet in the roads of life. And you will smile to them. And you will cheer them up. And you will have something to give. And you will give. Because you will have. When you don't have, you cannot give. If you're poor, can you give charity? If you never learned, can you teach? Cannot. But if you're happy, if you found good points inside of yourself, you can shine to other people to recognize their own good and to be happy with themselves and to complete themselves and to find a purpose in life. But first of all, you need to have a purpose of your own. You need to find your own destiny. And if you think that it's so far, how am I going to know what the purpose of my life is? How am I going to know what's the meaning of life? Such a huge secret. I'm telling you that it's not far away from you. It's not across the sea. It's not behind those high mountains. It's in your heart and in your mouth to keep, to do. What does it mean? You know if you know how to illustrate or not. You know if you have the ability to understand music or to compose. You know who you are. You know that you like to dance. You know that you like to eat or to cook. You know who you are. You know what you love to learn, which kind of music you like to hear, and when. If in the mornings or in the middle of the night. You know who you are. You know if you love the nature or you're afraid to swim. You know who you are. The difficulty is not to know who we are. The hard part is to believe that it's important. That the fact that I like to eat my chocolate bars in the middle of the night, it's important to the Creator? The answer is yes. The answer is yes, because He made you to be who that you are, and you don't know what you're causing, what you're making, what happens in the world when you're enjoying a chocolate bar. Why do you think that the Creator made the fruit so sweet and yummy? Why do you think that the Creator made ice cream to be so tasty? Why? For no reason? It was a mistake? Maybe it's important that you will eat ice cream in the middle of the night. You don't know. I'm asking you, when you see your child happy with no reason, he's playing with his puppets, with his dolls, he's just enjoying, hitting the trucks one in each other. That's what he's doing. But he is smiling from one ear to the other. Are you happy because of that? Yes. What's the reason that you're happy? Because he's happy, right? That's it. It's not such a genius kid that is banging the trucks one to each other with such grace and wisdom. No, he's just happy, and you're happy because of that. So when you just finished that Ben & Jerry's huge king-sized cup, and you had that innocent smile on your face, you don't know what you achieved right now. I promise you, you don't know. Yes, you don't know. Because you made the Creator happy. Because the Creator is happy to see His children happy. What do you want to say on the Creator? That He's somewhere far? That we can grab Him? That we can see Him? Why to do that? Why to say something so bad on Him? Why we're calling Him Father? Why we're calling Him Father of mercy? Why? Why we're saying Tov Hashem Lakol, that God is good for everything? Why? Because He is. Because that's the truth. Oh, it's hard to see. It's hard to recognize. You know why? Because we're in the exile. Because we're in the middle of the night. Because it's about to become dawn. Because the sun is about to rise. And those are the darkest hours of them all. This is why it's so hard to recognize the light, the loving kindness of the Creator. But the fact that it is now night is not an evidence. is not an evidence, is not a proof to erase the sun. That will be enough to erase the kindness of our Father in heaven. In the morning we're waking up and we're telling the Creator, I'm thanking you for bringing me back to life, that you gave me my soul back. And in the end we're saying, Rabbi Emunatecha, your faith is great. The Creator's got faith in what he believes in the Bible, in what he believes in himself, in what the Creator needs to believe. He believes in me. This is why he woke me up this day. This morning he woke me up because he still have hope for me. Because he still believes that I can achieve, that I can grow, that I can become, that I can get. And I need to join him, to hold hands with him. To believe in myself, it's to believe in him. Not to believe in myself, it's not to believe in him. If I don't have a chance, it means that he cannot help me. But if he can help me, so I have a chance. To see the good inside of myself, it's to see the good of the Creator. And to work on that, it's to serve Hashem. The Creator is so kind to give me those words of wisdom, to give me that power to shine to you, holy brothers and holy sisters, to let you know about yourself what that God was so kind to help me to find about myself, to find that root, to find that channel inside of myself, to the spiritual being that I really am. And because that I found it inside of myself, as a result of that free love, endless love, to reveal his kindness on a poor person, on a person that lived his life in darkness, to redeem me, to save me. And the only honest thing that I can do is to share that thing with you. To come and to let you all know that you are at least as gifted as I, at least beautiful as I, at least wise and talented and amazing, like that I'm finding myself. Because if I'm able to serve today, because if I'm able to pray today, because if I'm able to confess on my mistakes and to apologize today, if I can walk today, if I can want to help others today, after what that I went through in life, so I am an amazing creation. And not because of myself, because God gave me those powers. And it's not a secret, and it's not arrogant to see your qualities and to see the good that God gave you. It's not mine. In that I've been blessed by the Creator. And I see that blessing inside of you. So I'm just letting you know what you have inside. Because when I found that treasure inside of me, that I'm talented in so many things, that I have abilities, that I have some wisdom, that I have power of memory, that I'm able to learn English. Me? I'm born in Israel. What in the world am I doing here in Alabama? Working on my southern accent. Because the Creator decided to give me that gift. But I know that that gift not belongs to me. So what am I doing with it? I'm sharing. I'm giving it to you. And this is why I'm asking you to help me to give it to others. Because there are many, many many of us that never had the chance to hear those inspiring words. Words that will bring them to know themselves, to allow themselves to learn, to expand their knowledge, to be happy, to find the roots to their own souls, to see their own beauty, to develop an honest, loving relationship with their Father in heaven, with their Creator, with the one that gives them life. Every one of us receives the light through a different channel. We don't need to connect them to our channel. We need to let them know that they have their own channel inside. So I'm asking you to help me with that. I have a student that decided to help me. You know what he did? He gave a donation of $5,000. You know what he did with those $5,000? We advertised my classes on Facebook. I'm sure you heard about Facebook. You know how many people we reached with those $5,000? Close to 17 million people with a donation of $5,000. We gave you envelopes that you will fill your details, your email's address. And if generosity is waking up inside of your hearts, I'm asking you please to help us to expand our activities around the world, to share that wisdom with others, that everyone will know that the Creator, He loves them. Please help us to help our brothers and sisters. All of the creations of the Creator are important to us and equal to us in our eyes. I'm asking you please to help us to help others. And by the merit of your generosity and your goodwill and holy desire to learn and to grow, that the Creator, our Father in heaven, will answer to all of your prayers and requests, and that you will find the light of your own souls, that you will become those holy spiritual beings that you are, and you will have the power to influence in a positive way on all of your beloved ones, and that you will see miracles and wonders in your life. Long life of health and wealth and happiness. Amen. Thank you very much.